Welcome to Immigration Quicktake. This is Ellie Rutledge with the American Immigration Lawyers Association. This month, news hit that Chicago's Consumer Protection Office was cracking down on Notario fraud. More than 30 immigration service providers, or ISPs, that used unlawful practices, such as incomplete or incorrect contracts, overcharging, providing legal advice, and falsely advertising as licensed attorneys were investigated. But Notario fraud is a problem around the country, not just in Chicago. Joining us today is Bill Stock, Philadelphia area immigration attorney and second vice president of AILA, to discuss the importance of combating Notario fraud nationally. Bill, thanks for joining me. Notario fraud has long been an issue in immigration. What is Chicago doing to stop unauthorized providers from taking advantage of consumers, and how can other cities follow suit?
Well, Ellie, in Chicago, the Department of Business Affairs and Consumer Protection issued roughly 60 correction notices, warnings to businesses, and another 60 violation notices, tickets. These are administrative violations and citations that can come with fines ranging from $14,000 to $42,000. And they show Chicago's commitment to fighting Notario fraud at the city level.
Thanks, Bill. What kind of impact do you think this crackdown will have nationally, and what do you want to see more of?
Ellie, putting notarios like this out of business can help individuals who might otherwise be eligible for benefits under the immigration system, but who have their cases messed up by individuals who don't have their best interests at heart. For example, I've represented a couple of individuals who went to a notario in the hope of applying for asylum. Their asylum cases were actually not correctly listed. The notario provided them with stories that the notario thought would be winning. And in effect, they lost the ability to present their true asylum case that really made them deserving of protection and made their cases much more difficult to resolve than they otherwise would have been. While we think administrative fines are an important tool that cities can use, we also think that criminal prosecution should be used whenever fraud is being performed, particularly where notarios are encouraging people to present fraudulent stories as a way of trying to stay in the United States. Similarly, law enforcement must take efforts to protect victims, to ensure that their immigration status is resolved, and even to support them for those types of visas like U's and T's for which victims of crime are eligible.
What can other attorneys and the public do to combat Notario fraud?
There are a few things I would suggest in this area. Consumers can file a complaint with the city against immigration services providers whom they believe to be violating the law. They might be charging exorbitant prices, providing unauthorized legal advice, or they might be promising results that are impossible to obtain under the current law. I would caution immigrants to avoid consultants who claim to have special influence with the government or who ask for extra money for valid immigration status or present themselves with titles other than immigration consultant. If you want more information about this, I do recommend stopnotariofraud.org, which AILA updates with recent information and helpful resources about how to file complaints with consumer protection agencies in many cities and states.
Thank you, Bill, for joining us. For the rest of you, please stay tuned for more updates from the American Immigration Lawyers Association.